Hey guys, Dan at Ready Edge Go. Today we are going to be talking about how to rest. I know it sounds weird, but rest is not all created equal. And now that summer's here, a lot of us either find ourselves working too much and doing too much over the summer, or not enough to do or not much to do at all. And so that can lead to either burnout or extreme boredom. So, how do you find the right balance? That's really going to be the topic for today. Guys, really appreciate the support. Drop a like, a subscribe, any comments, and definitely share with your friends. We're here to try to make high school easier and also much more effective. So let's get started. How do you rest over the summer? So let's first talk about what to be aware of for number one, and that is basically burnout. Something I've noticed over the past several years is that students are getting busier and busier over the summer, doing summer programs, taking community college courses, doing research projects, doing SAT boot camps and prep that takes, over 30 hours a week. How exactly are you supposed to rest if you're doing way too much? And here's a very simple solution, guys, is to remind yourself and schedule your rest in the first place. We're very good at scheduling work, whether that's studying for the SAT or preparing for next year's classes. But we're not usually very good at scheduling time to just do nothing at all or just to relax and rest. So it sounds like a really simple trick, and it is, but it's literally to create a weekly schedule that spans through all of summer and to literally schedule on an hour to hour basis all the things you got going on and to make sure you have about roughly at least 10 hours of time to just do whatever it is you want at that moment in time. So don't schedule anything during those times. They're just blocked off just for you to relax, whether that's spending time with your friends, whether that's picking up a new hobby and trying, let's say, how to play the guitar like I did in the ninth grade, or that's just basically sleeping, right? It's good to have time that is all yours. You do whatever you want. And so naturally, guys, if you find that your schedule is taking up, 40, 50 hours of work per week, right? Guys, then it won't be a summer anymore. It's then just another work week or work month for you. By the time you start the next year, whether it's 10th or 11th grade, you'll be burnt out so hard that you're just not going to be sustainable to do well at school or really anything. So trust me, guys, rest days are as important as your work days. If you've ever exercised or worked out, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But value your rest days. Make sure you have time slots for rest, at least 10, if not even 20 hours a week. The second thing you got to be careful for is boredom, right? We've all had them, right? We've experienced summer. We've watched Netflix. We've binged all the TV and movies that we possibly can. Maybe we play Fortnite or Destiny or whatever game is you're playing, right? Let's say for 20 hours a week. And things get boring. Let's face it, guys. Sometimes you just do the thing that's just completely brainless. You just do it because you know it's going to be relaxing. But what you end up finding after doing about a month of that, sometimes even less, right? You're just like, man, like this is kind of boring. Even though it was fun, it's not as fun as it used to be. And guys, I just want to give you a tip here. That happens because chances are you're not challenging yourself. So when we resort to like binge watching TV, for instance, like Netflix, right? That doesn't require any kind of thinking. That doesn't require any kind of challenge either, right? You're just basically a consumer of information. Now, slightly different when you're playing like games, right? It could be an online game, multiplayer game, right? Maybe you're working together with your teammates to, defeat the other team, right? But at the end of it, also not really challenging because the truth is you're just playing a game and there are no really repercussions from any of that unless you're some kind of world or nationally ranked level player, right? You're just playing for fun. And so we get bored because usually, right, we're just simply not being challenged enough. So my tip here, guys, is to avoid boredom. In addition to playing games and binge watching Netflix, I'm not saying you shouldn't do those. You should absolutely do that if that's what interests you. I want you guys to introduce a little bit of challenge, right, in the areas of your already existing interests. So let's say you already like to play basketball. Well, challenge yourself to get better just by a little bit, not by miles, but by a couple of yards, right? If you already have a liking towards music, right, maybe try to learn a new instrument or get better or learn a couple of new songs on the one that you already play, whether that's piano, guitar, bass, percussion, whatever that is, right? But take the things that you already like and learn to push them a little bit further, right? And what you'll find is that not only will you have a pleasant surprise in terms of how much challenge you're now getting, but you will no longer be bored. And on top of that, you'll have many other things to do, not just play games or watch TV. And so lastly, guys, I want to bring up this really interesting tip that I've really found recurring in my life and have to remind myself is rest is not created equal, okay? There's a difference between relaxing and recharging. Right? Relaxing, when we think of rest, we typically think of relaxing. think about doing nothing, right? Whether that's just vegetables out, watching and binge watching Netflix, right, or YouTube, where you don't have to even try, right? You just basically consuming. But what I've typically found is that while that is relaxing, it doesn't necessarily give you energy. In fact, when you typically watch on hours or days on end a show or a movie series or whatever that is, right, or TV series, be it Bridgerton or the whatever the latest Netflix special is, Loki, for instance, right? Um, it actually kind of saps you. Now, you might feel some exhilaration, right, at certain parts of the show, and you might want to chat with your friends, but it actually takes energy, right, to actually consume all of that, to consume the plot, the music, the actors, all that. So it actually doesn't give you energy at all. It actually slowly saps you of energy. So here's a simple question is, what are the things that actually give you energy? Right? And there are a few. I think this really differs for everyone. For some people, it's going out and being with their friends, right? Typically, right, for extroverts, for instance, who get energy from being around other people, this is true, right? But that might not be true for some other people. For introverts, for instance, like spending time with other people might actually take a lot more energy than it actually gives them, right? That could be playing music. That could be trying something new. That could be playing sports and moving, or just going out for a run. Maybe that's learning some, how to cook, or maybe just, doing the thing that makes you really feel alive. Like, could be math problems from a calculus book. Yeah, that was me actually in 12th grade. Point is, guys, whatever gives you energy, right? Make sure you siphon off time to do that on a consistent basis, because summer isn't just about relaxing. Summer's also about recharging, right? I mean, after a whole year of COVID school virtual, right? You're about to probably go to an even harder year next year. You better feel recharged, right? Not just relaxed. So guys, not all rest is created equal. Make sure to find the things that both allow you to relax, but also allow you to recharge, and really spend your time wisely, equal parts on both, I would argue, to make your summer feel not only productive, but also relaxing. So hopefully these tips helped you guys, not just for this summer, but every summer. I've lived enough summers to know, right, what makes it boring versus what makes it burnt out, right? You don't want to be either of those. You want to be something kind of in between, which is usually recharged and refreshed, so that when you start the next school year, you're just ready to go, and you're also motivated to learn and experience what else life has to offer. So guys, hope this helps, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Please drop a like and subscribe if you like this channel. It really supports us in going further and helping all high schoolers live a better life in high school. All right, guys, see you later.